Throughout World War II, the German army demonstrated remarkable tactical and operational flexibility. One of the key challenges the German army faced, especially on the Eastern Front, was crossing major rivers under enemy fire. From the Bug and Dnieper to the Don and the Volga, rivers often formed natural barriers that slowed or stopped the offensives. In response, the Germans developed a range of specialized equipment and engineering units to facilitate fast and effective water crossings. Bridging units, ferries, and amphibious tractors. The key objective was simple: keep the panzer divisions moving. Delays in river crossings could result in lost momentum, giving Soviet forces time to reinforce and counterattack. The ideal solution was an amphibious vehicle capable of transporting troops, supplies, or even towing loads across rivers without needing extensive bridge building or vulnerable ferry operations. In the early years of the war, Germany developed the Landwasserschlepper, or LWS, the land water tractor. Designed by Rheinmetall Borsig and introduced before the invasion of the Soviet Union, the LWS was a fully amphibious tracked vehicle meant to support engineering units, river crossings, and logistical operations in marshy terrain. Unarmored and resembling a boat on tracks, the original LWS was limited in combat zones, but proved useful in beach landings and support roles. It could ferry small loads and tow floating equipment. However, by 1941, the limitations of the LWS became clear. It was too vulnerable, lacked sufficient towing power, and wasn't suitable for contested river crossings under fire. That led to the conception of a brand new vehicle, the Landwasserschlepper II. War isn't won by numbers, it's won by tactics. Uncover the battlefield secrets of the German army in my new book series. Links in the description. In 1941, German engineers were tasked with developing a successor to the LWS, one that was more robust, better protected, and capable of fulfilling its role in frontline river crossing operations. The Landwasserschlepper II would retain the amphibious nature of its predecessor, but dramatically increase its battlefield utility. Most significantly, it was built on a Panzer IV chassis, giving it a strong, proven platform with armor and mobility comparable to the medium tank. The LWS-2 featured a fully armored hull, making it capable of surviving enemy fire during river crossing missions. 2 prototypes were completed, the first on the 15th of May 1942 and the second shortly after. Both were tested and found to perform well, meeting the expectations of engineers and military planners who envisioned it towing supplies or equipment directly across water obstacles. The LWS-2 had two main modes of deployment. It could tow lighter loads behind it across rivers, such as fuel tanks or equipment rafts. Two LWS-2 units would pair up, dragging a pontoon between them, on which heavier cargo such as light vehicles, artillery, or supplies would be placed. This entire floating platform, powered by the amphibious tractors, could cross rivers under combat conditions. In this paired mode, the entire set weighed approximately 39 tons, a significant engineering feat, especially when moving through river currents. Despite the promising test results, the LWS-2 project was cancelled shortly after its prototypes were completed. By late 1942, the tides of the war had shifted. The German army was increasingly on the defensive, and the need for large-scale offensive river crossings had diminished. Moreover, Germany's industrial capacity was overstretched. Resources were being funneled toward tank production, aircraft, and anti-tank weapons. Specialized vehicles like the LWS-2, despite their tactical value, were considered low priority. Without mass production, the LWS-2 joined a long list of innovative but abandoned German wartime designs. Had it entered full production, it could have significantly enhanced the operational flexibility of the German panzer divisions, especially in the large and river-laced landscapes on the Eastern Front. With armored amphibious tractors, armored units could have crossed rivers without waiting for engineers to erect pontoon bridges or ferries, maintaining the momentum of deep penetrations. Traditional river crossings exposed units to artillery and air attack. The LWS-2 could have reduced this exposure by offering armored, mobile crossing platforms. Once infantry established a small bridgehead, LWS-2 units could deliver anti-tank guns, ammunition, or even light vehicles directly to the far bank, potentially changing the outcome of the early engagements. In a sense, the LWS-2 represented the kind of combined arms innovation the German army excelled at early in the war. But as the war ground on, the opportunity to capitalize on such vehicles slipped away. The LWS-2 was a promising tool of mechanized river warfare, a floating tank tractor that could have brought steel across water under fire. Though it never went into production, it stands as a testament to German wartime ingenuity and the ever-shifting priorities of total war. In another timeline, perhaps, the rivers of the Eastern Front would have told a different story, one written in armored steel and amphibious thunder. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to support my channel, check out the PayPal donation link in the description or consider becoming a member. To make sure you don't miss my future work, subscribe to my channel please and press the bell notification button. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.